All right, I'm going to do something a little different in this video. Instead of telling you why MWR Life is amazing, I'm going to help you figure out if it's actually right for you. Because the truth is, the travel platform is something that everyone can use, of course, but we understand the business is not for everyone. And I would rather help you make the right decision than to get you started and have someone start into something that isn't a good fit. So if you've been curious, if someone shared this with you, or if you've been doing your research, these are the 5 questions that you can filter through. I'm Janeen Marino. We build with MWR Life, and I co-run Abundance Living Co. with my beautiful friend and business partner, Natalie Lawson. And both of us have such a strong conviction that the best business relationship starts with the right fit, not a convincing pitch. So let's do this. So, question one is, do you actually want more financial freedom, or do you just want to feel like you're doing something about it? I know that sounds kind of harsh, and I don't mean it to be, but there's a real difference between wanting freedom and being willing to build toward it. And this takes consistent effort over time. So, if you're looking for fast, easy money, this isn't it. If you're looking for something that you can build while you're living your life that creates income over time, then this is what we're talking about.
All right. Then question two is, do you have a genuine interest in wanting to travel and helping others, or in the idea of creating a reoccurring income? So you don't have to be travel obsessive, but you want to have some natural connection between your life and, the MWR life and what we offer. But if you have zero interest in travel and you're only here for the income, it's not necessarily a deal breaker either. There's a lot of people that have weren't really traveling before this that have come in and built a very successful business. And for me, I'm pretty much a homebody unless I literally am like planning a trip or, trying to go see friends. So you'll want to understand how the product though can fit into your story and your life, and then you can start sharing it. And so, for example, I have a 2-year-old and I wanted travel to be a part of our lifestyle as he grows. And so that fit into my vision. Plus, who doesn't want to save money, get paid, and then have all your travel be a tax write-off?
I know I do. So, question 3, are you willing to be a student for a season? Okay, so there's definitely a learning curve. To most things in life that are worth it, right? There are things to understand about the travel, about the product, about the compensation, how we get paid, how to share it in a way that's authentic, how to build. And some of it's going to feel uncomfortable, especially if you're new to this space. Some of it will require you to stretch outside your comfort zone, especially if you've never promoted something online before. And I know, like, before we all started we all started at zero. So it's just a matter of, if you are coachable, if you have that willingness to learn and grow, if you're willing to be a learner, to not have it all figured out before you start. You just have to take messy action. So you will be fine. You just need to know that you're not going to feel like an expert before you take that first step.
Yeah, exactly. And the other thing to think about, right, is always time. Is, do we have the time to do it? And I would say if you have 30 to 60 or even 90 minutes, depending on your goals, to invest building something each day, then this could be perfect for you. You're building around your life. So not every day has to be perfect. Life happens, but on average, consistency over time does make a difference. So do you have a focused pocket of time that you could put into this? So for example, I do most of mine right now during nap time because of the season we're in. And before, when I was teaching full time, I built my business during prep time and typically after school. So to me, almost everyone has the time to build this business. It's just a matter of you make it a priority or not, and the intention that you want to put into it based on the goals that you have.
Okay, and now question 5, are you looking for community, leadership, and a real support system? Or do you want to figure it out alone? So, this one matters more than most people realize. Building anything alone is hard. Building in community is totally different. If you want a team around you, people who have walked the path before you, leadership that actually responds and aligns with your values, that's what we have here. But you have to want it and plug into it, because the people who struggle the most are usually the ones who sign up and they get confused or they get overwhelmed. They don't ask any questions and then they disappear. The ones who grow are the ones who are showing up to the trainings, to the conversations, and a part of the community, and the ones that are asking the questions. I always say, like, the person that asks the most questions wins. And I'll tell you what, when I got started, I asked probably the most questions.
And that's how you learn, right? Like when we talk about learning while you're earning, that's what it's going to do. And when you're plugged in and we say close to the fire, right, you're building those connections and community too. And you feel like you're even more a part of something than off doing it by yourself, which is why we love this type of business model too, because you're doing it alongside of others. So if you answered yes to most of these questions, then we genuinely think that it's worth a real conversation about you partnering with us or the person who shared this with you. And definitely not a pitch, not a pressure session, just something where you get to actually see, okay, really dive in a little bit more or ask the questions, right? Get the other information that you need so that you can make the best educated decision for you. And you can always start by checking out our website in the description, or like we said, getting back with the person who, had shared this video with you. Had you check it out?
The other thing I want to warn you about is the timing is you're never going to feel ready. So just know that. Just know that there is no like, oh, it feels like the perfect time. I have all this space and I have all this extra time that I can fill and some funds to get started. That is not the reality. So just keep that in mind, regardless of what it is that you're looking at. But thanks for watching. Share this with someone who's been on the fence, and we'll see you in the next one.